Where are the rest of your friends that we brought in?
As they're coming down, I'm going to be moving as far the other direction as I can behind boxes.
Like following Gloria's directions to the office?
Yes, yes, around the wall.
Okay. What about Clive? Are you as well? Ruby is agreeing?
Yeah.
All right. So you three are abandoning Joe and just making for the office. Okay.
What do you mean, wanna who?
Hey, don't play stupid with us.
What do you mean?
Wait a second. She was unconscious when she was brought in here. Maybe she's telling the truth.
What do you mean? Of course I'm telling the truth.
And they kind of look you up and down, and they kind of spot some of your rashes that are breaking out on your arms and across your cleavage at this point. Oh, you're going to be joining the night shift pretty soon.
What does that mean?
That means it's only a matter of time before you'll be packing up boxes of jars.
Listen, I'm here to make moonshine. I'm not packing up no boxes. Dr. Joe, he can heal me. It's uncle. My Uncle Joe. What do they look like? Do they look infected?
You don't see any signs of infection, but again, they're dressed in a set of coveralls and long sleeve shirts. So you don't see any rashes on any of their exposed skin.
Now, I'm sure y'all have rashes underneath all that. Everyone around here got rashes.
Yeah, your uncle's a quack.
What do you mean by that?
His medicine didn't do anything for us. Only Mr. Winters can help us.
I'm sure he tried his best, and how does Mr. Winter help you exactly?
Look, that doesn't matter to you anymore. You only got a few weeks, and you'll be walking around like a glass idiot.
Yeah, but how's Mr. Winters gonna help me? You know, because if he helps you, he should help me, right?
He's not going to be helping you.
Why?
Let's just put her back in the cell. Let's just get rid of her. And they'll
pull out my
attempt
gun.
to grab you. Okay.
And I just pointed at him. I actually do point at him. Why? Why won't Mr. Winters help me? Me and my friends.
Oh, because you're not a foreman. You're not trained. He needs workers. Don't shoot us.
I want to talk to this Mr. Winters.
Make me. You have an intimidate. What do you got?
Nothing.
Well, I let you use psychology before, so I've set the precedent. I have to let you use it again, I guess.
I got operate heavy machinery, credit rating, stupid stuff.
Ah, so you're gonna make a great factory worker.
I think I will. All right, let's try psychology. I've been rolling so high though. 49 out of 40. So.
Do you want to spend luck? I mean, that's a lot of luck points to spend, but
It'd be 9 luck to spend?
Yep.
I have 85 luck.
Oh, hell, we're not going to last that long.
You should be burning like crazy.
Yeah, so I will spend the luck. Do I have to still re-roll or just it subtracts?
As soon as you bring it down to what you need, you pass.
I will use my luck. I should have done it with all the freaking lockpicks. All right.
Hey, okay, Mr. Winters is here in his office. Look, we don't know what he does to us. Every time we go in there for treatment, we're blindfolded. He does something, the place, it gets really cold. Whatever he does,
Okay.
it stops our rashes from spreading.
Can the three of us hear all this?
Yeah, you can hear this exchange. If you keep going, obviously you're going to get out of range of what's happening here. You haven't seen Joe draw the gun, but you've clearly heard the change in their speaking, their demeanors, obviously. So do you three keep going, or are you pausing?
I think we'll stop it and we just sort of look over one of the boxes to see what's happening to her and see that this exchange is going on.
Ruby's gonna whisper, It's not a side effect. It's intentional. He's doing this to the town.
Yeah, it certainly seems like that.
I knew there was something foul and evil about this glass company. Just didn't have any proof until now.
Just think of what the ball jar company's doing to everybody.
We should have listened to you. I'm so sorry I disregarded you.
It's quite all right. It's water under the bridge, they say, but we need to find this Elias chap.
He said he's in his office.
So Joe, what are you asking of the foreman here? What do you want from them?
I want you to take me and my friends to Mr. Winters and to guarantee our safety.
I mean, I knew you had friends. We can take you there, but we can't guarantee anything.
Well, between here and there, guarantee our safety, all right? Y'all can come out now. We're gonna go see Mr. Winters.
Stay here. Once she goes up, we'll follow.
I'm not going to respond. I just sort of crouch down behind a box.
Is anyone else stepping out?
Nope.
Joe, as part of your insanity, you will for sure be calling out each one of your friends, calling each of them by name, and disclosing to the foreman that there are 3 of them somewhere in the factory.
They over here picking their noses in the corridor. There, probably over there. I know you hear me.
I just slap my hand on my forehead and just duck down a little bit more and go, hopefully they'll move on.
Clive sort of winces, and what's the rough, how far could I continue to crouch and walk behind whatever cover we're currently at to put distance between myself and Barnaby and Ruby, and potentially show myself once I get to the end of this box or machinery or whatever?
Yeah, you've made it 40, 50 feet from where Joe and the foreman are. You can easily basically backtrack on the way you kind of sleuth and then appear a distance away from them. Absolutely.
Okay. I think I'm gonna turn myself over. But yeah, like you're saying, try and put some distance between myself and Barnaby and Ruby in case they don't want to also follow. I'll sort of come out with my hands up.
What are you doing?
Clive! Oh, shh.
Look, I don't want any trouble here, but Joe's right. We need to see this Elias fella, and we want some answers.
We'll take you. Yeah, we can take you to the office. Just don't shoot us.
I lost the other 2. I don't know what they got up to, but I think they're long gone.
We'll find them, I guess. But we'll do whatever you need of us. We can take you to Mr. Winters. He's not going to be happy to see you.
Well, frankly, I don't quite care whether he's going to be happy or not.
Frankly, my foreman, I don't give a damn. Okay, so Joe, are you kind of trailing them with keeping your gun out, I assume?
I will keep my gun on them, I think. I'm kind of insane right now.
All of this exchange has been noticed by the other 2 foremen up in the office, kind of overseeing things. The 2 down with Joe kind of frantically wave them back into the office, and they the door of the office kind of opens up with a head poking out, and they get waved back, and he just kind of slowly closes this door as they go back to the office. And they will lead Joe and Clive to that, basically kind of exactly how Gloria described, to the far end of this factory, to a little side door, which opens up into the administrative building section of it, which is basically just kind of a long stretch of hallway with a number of offices off of it. And at the end of this hallway is basically kind of a front door to the building. You can see out into the grounds surrounding the factory, which is clearly like a little, not a parking lot because cars aren't very common here, but basically a paved area. There is clearly a fence out there that surrounds the factory as well. You can just see that as you're moving through this hallway. And obviously there's a front, what would be a front receptions office at the start of this administrative section. 20 feet outside of this side door is that set of stairs that Gloria described. And these 2 foremen will leading Joe and Clive, Ruby and Barnaby, keeping a bit of a distance, but a following, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, both of you can give me a stealth roll. Basically, you're fine through the factory, but once you're in the quiet of the administrative building and kind of ascending the flight of stairs, that's kind of when you need to start being more cognizant of how quiet you're being.
Oh, good. I got a 19. My stealth is 20%.
Ruby's stealth is a 40 and I rolled a 56, but can I make the case that once I start moving and I hear that I'm making noise, I would take my shoes off?
And re-roll?
And re-roll.
At to push your roll? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. You are now shoeless, but you can push your roll.
I recognize
Oh,
feet
yes.
slapping on the floor anywhere.
29.
Called you Jimmy.
So you've succeeding on your stealth rolls. You're easily able to follow the foreman and Joe and Clive up that set of stairs into another kind of like above the hallway below you, but clearly running parallel with the floor below, another stretch of hallway. More offices. You can kind of see names of like the members of the board of directors on each of the doors as you're passing by. Little placards, kind of that slide in and out of a little framing section on the doors. At the end of this hallway is for the CEO, Mr. Winters, and his door is closed. There's clearly a light on inside, and the foreman just kind of walk right up to it, tentative knock, and then open this door. Inside, Joe and Clive, you see against the back wall, which is kind of a windowed wall that looks out into kind of that same area that the end of that administrative building looks into, that paved section, right, the entrance to the building. There's kind of bookshelves that line two of the other walls. So you have the door across from the windows and flanked by bookshelves. In the middle is a desk. There's a number of papers and books spread across it. You finally see Mr. Winters for the first time. He's kind of an older looking man. He's starting to go gray, but just around the temples kind of thing, like maybe in his early 50s or so. He's got a cane kind of leaning against his desk. He looks tired, like there are just deep dark circles and bags under his eyes. He looks just like haggard. There's a big bottle of booze that's 3/4 empty on his desk. He's got a glass of it in his hand, and you see he's got like one leg, his right leg is just stuck kind of straight out to the side, like to the side of his desk. So his chair is kind of shifted a little bit, and he just like regards the foreman. "What are you doing here?" And then sees the two of you, Joe and Clive, behind them. Ruby and Barnaby, where are you going? You are, this hallway up here is not very long, and if you were to stay at the end of it, you would be seen down the hallway through the open door. So what are you two doing to maintain your stealth, or are you just throwing away, the supposition of being stealthy here?
If we stay back beyond the hallway, can we hear?
Yes, you can hear, you hear the door open, and you hear Mr. Winters ask what is going on here.
I think what I'd like to do is stay back out of sight and then just wait, and if something goes awry, and we need to rush in, we can, but not be seen yet.
I'm just going to follow Barnaby's lead.
Joe and Clive, as Mr. Winters sees the two of you, he kind of sets his drink down. "I see. Come in. Come." He dismisses the foreman as well.
I'll venture forward. Roughly how big is this room? Like from bookshelf to bookshelf on our left and right?
I mean, the room itself is maybe 20 by 20. You see there are a set of two chairs in front of his desk in which you could seat. So as he kind of dismisses the foreman, telling him to get back to the factory floor, they start heading down the hallway towards that flight of stairs.
Are there any side doors or little closets or anything within close for us to hide in?
You at the end of you're maintaining in the stairwell, right? Is that what you're doing? So you either go back down the stairs or you make yourself known.
What's at the bottom of the stairs? Because can we like get underneath the stairs?
No. But there are a number of offices in which you could slip into at the bottom of the stairs for sure.
As soon as I see them coming back out the door, I'll look over at Ruby and go, sort of put my hands in the air like I don't know what to do.
Yeah, Ruby gestures back down the stairs to try and hide in one of the hallways or offices.
Okay, you guys give me another stealth roll. As Mr. Winters says to Joe and Clive, "Have a seat. Please close the door behind you."
I start looking at the door like, am I supposed to close it, or is it the foreman, or is it...
One of you close the door. It doesn't matter who. Someone close it and have a seat.
I kick it shut.
That'll do.
I rolled a 40 and my stealth is 40.
Okay, that's pass.
Okay.
Well, then I will spend the 5 luck points that I need to pass.
Look here, Mr. Winters. We need some answers, and we need them now.
My boy, I thought there were answers. For a time, I was given them. But I was wrong. They weren't answers. They were problems. More problems than anyone could manage.
That's all well and fine, but how are you able to stave off some of these symptoms with some people and seemingly not with others, or perhaps you just choose not to with others? What do you know about this illness, and what can be done?
Nothing can be done. You can prolong the inevitable. He kind of motions towards you, behind you, back kind of along that back door, which would be kind of behind where the door opens and would cover. You see there's a collection of 2 or 3 metal canisters. They stand like 2.5 feet tall or so. They look like they have a top on them that kind of screws in with like a little handle. So you would grab the handle and like twist it to open the top of it. And next to them is it looks like a type of applicator. It's like a metal apparatus. One end of it kind of resembles like a ladle, like something you would clearly dip into some type of liquid to draw something out of it. That's all that can be done. We're all going to be his soon enough. It doesn't matter.
Who's he?
You'll meet him eventually. Whatever it is.
What is in K powder? Since it doesn't matter.
It's not what's in it, it's where it comes from.
Where's it come from?
It comes from it.
Quit being so cryptic. Give us some concrete answers.
I told you. There's no answers here, just problems.
Well, tell us the problems. Perhaps we can solve them.
Problems I've dealt with far too long. Problems that took everything and everyone from me. He kind of pulls a drawer in the middle of his desk, pulls out a revolver. It doesn't matter anymore.
I would like to, how many feet are between me and him?
You see Mr. Winters as he pulls this revolver out, and he places the barrel of it to his temple. If you want to try to jump out and stop him, you can absolutely attempt to do so.
Yeah, I'm going to leap across the desk and try and knock the pistol away from his head.
Okay, why don't you give me... Boy, what could you use?
I have sleight of hand. I don't know that necessarily applies.
Well, it's either sleight of hand or brawl, I would say. And it looks like your sleight of hand is a little bit better.
How about fruitless action? Could he use fruitless action?
Let's not jump to conclusions just quite yet. 2, right? I got a 2 and a 0-0.
That is a 2. That is basically I'll consider that a critical success. You lunge forward as, again, Winters brings the gun to his temple. If I'm lucky, I'll see them again. And just as he's pulling the trigger, you push his hand away. The gun still fires, bullet into the ceiling. Ruby and Barnaby, you have successfully slunk back down those steps into an office. You've heard the foreman leave, and now this gunshot has gone off after a moment of silence, waiting for the foreman to leave.
Joe's killing him.
Clive, you've wrested the gun from Mr. Winters with that roll. You've basically taken this revolver from him, and he just slumps back in his chair, just like completely despondent.
You're not getting out of this mess that easily, Mr. Winters. You're going to give us whatever information that you know. Quit beating around the bush.
Ruby and Barnaby, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna run out. We don't want him to die, so we're thinking that...
We don't want our friends to die either.
Well, no, but Crazy Joe's got the gun. She's the only person that has a gun we know of.
Crazy Joe.
I think we'll run up the...
Yeah.
My new name, Crazy Joe.
Run up the steps as fast as possible, and then just... But I think I'll just bust in the door when we get there.
Yes, and by the time you're up there, you see Clive. He's got a hold of a revolver, not the same weapon you've seen Joe wield. You see you taking in Mr. Winters here at his desk. He is kind of slumped forward. He's got his head on his hands, sits back up, takes his drink again, begins to drink once more. And yeah, Joe and Clive, Ruby and Barnaby kind of burst into the office in this aftermath.
I go, don't kill him!
Don't shoot
we
him!"
need information!
I'm not trying to kill him. He was going to take his own life, and I stopped him.
Oh my.
I ain't killing nobody.
Now start talking. Tell us what you know.
If you insist, but you must return my revolver once I've answered whatever questions you have for me.
I'll decide that once I hear what information you have.
It started 4 years ago. The business was declining. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. It didn't matter how many extra hours I put in this godforsaken office. That nothing was selling.
Well, to be fair, you had staunch competition with an excellent company. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Ball, Glass, I cursed them all. They were truly responsible for it wasn't me. It was them. They started all of this. Tessa said I should just give up.
Who's Tessa?
My wife. My late wife. She only wanted what was best for me. More drinking, more late hours. I dreaded sleeping at night. I would dream of suffocating and drowning in a sea of endless sand. But in those dreams, there was something in the sand with me. I couldn't see what it was, but I felt its movement shifting around me in my dreams. It wanted me to find it. It pulled me towards the sand pit. I had no choice but to follow it. Not just in my dreams. I visited the sand pit here in town, and that's where I found it. Or it found me, really. Karenarek. In the sands. A being nearly unfathomable. I couldn't at first understand what I was seeing, but then it spoke to me. It told me it could help, and changed everything. This K-dust, as he kind of looks to you, Joe. That's where it comes from. Karenarek is the K-dust. It makes beautiful glasswork. Business started to boom, selling like hotcakes, and all that Karenarek did was ask for more and more. It needed more. I gave it everything it asked for. My wife, my children. I gave it everything. I gave everyone. I gave it this town. It's over. It's over for all of us.
There must be a way to stop it. There must.
You definitely gave it this town, it seems like. For better, or probably more for worse. Dang.
That's good enough to me. Give him the gun back.
Thanks, Pastor.
I'm joking. Of course. Fear not, the Lord's with you. And he'll see you through. He's left you here for a reason. You're here to help turn this around.
Like, I can't help but notice many of the foremen here are very mildly inflicted, whereas others are far gone. What's the difference?
He pulls his outstretched leg, he pulls the pant leg up, and you see that from the knee down is completely turned to glass. Exactly like the glass thralls down in the factory. And pointing to those canisters behind you, the cold helps stop the spread. I use liquid nitrogen. I treat the foremans, so they oversee the glass thralls, the ones that Karenarek has already taken. They're too far gone.
So you've discovered a way to slow it, but no cure. No way to reverse it. No way to prevent it.
There's nothing to be done. Even if I were to fight Kareneric, I don't even know where to begin.
Where is he?
Yes, where can we find this abomination?
Weekly, he I don't even know how to describe this. Every Sunday I visit the sandpits at night. Every Sunday he appears, and only then does he appear. And he provides more K-dust, for more glass. I don't know that you understand the scope of things. It's far past Glasston. I've secured contracts for soda pop bottles across the country. They've already been shipped out. It's all connected to Kareneric.
You must call them. Stop the shipments.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yes, why are you continuing to do this evil being's bidding when you've already lost everything? You have nothing more to lose. Just stop all of this.
You will come to understand. You're all infected now. Soon you will hear it in your own minds. Not just a low buzzing, but you will soon hear his words. You will feel his control over you. He gets into your mind and your thoughts, and you can't do anything but his will. You can't... Nothing can be done.
We have to destroy it. We have to destroy him.
I can't help you.
Take us there. Sunday night.
The sandpits, and you see in front of me, he's got like a calendar. And if you look at the calendar, it does look like every Sunday on this calendar, there is something marked in his, to do. It just says K-SP 11:30 p.m. and kind of pinned to today, to this week's, is a bus ticket to the sandpits. If you must go, then you better hurry. Tonight is the night. You've all been here for far too long.
We need weapons. We need help.
We need the liquid nitrogen.
That's a great idea. How much liquid nitrogen do you have?
And he kind of points to the 3 canisters. That is the extent of my supply. It's all coming to an end. Why would I need more?
What end? What?
Yeah, like, how do you know it's the end and nothing matters? I feel like you're not really answering that.
I've told you all, he's coming. It's coming. It's not going to be just a Sunday. It doesn't matter. It's over. He will be here permanently.
Calm down, my friend. We will rid the world of this abomination and free you and your mind. We can do this.
I've nothing to offer you except maybe, and he points to one of the shelves, one of the bookshelves, and on it is these shelves are lined with like books about business and like ledgers, tracking production of glass and all that, like bookkeeping stuff. One of these books stands out though on the shelf. It is called Ancient Daemons and the Spiritual World.
For dummies.
For dummies, yes. And he points to it and basically like asks one of you to retrieve it.
I'll go get it.
And he frantically, flips pages, and then he just tears a page out and like thrusts it towards Clive. You might be able to use this. I could barely make heads or tails of it myself. Does anybody have the language Latin skill?
I have Greek.
I do.
I have library use.
I have Latin.
Okay, why don't you give me a language Latin roll?
Come on, Emily.
I needed a 40 and I rolled a 73.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's been quite a while since
Here,
I've read
the book's upside down. Here. Try again.
Winters will also contribute what he has been able to decipher of it to contribute to your push roll here. In addition to, yes, you're right, it is upside down.
98.
Put your glasses on.
I told you it's useless, and he just tears the page up, frustrated. Forget it. Just get out. Just get out. Just get out.
Can I grab the pages?
Sure, yeah, you want to grab he's ripped it into like 6 pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the pieces and then Barnaby, grab the liquid nitrogen.
Yep, I go grab it.
I'll help if it's heavy enough that it requires 2 people to lug it.
So we know, based on what he said, where we need to go to be able to take this, to be able to get to the sand pits?
Yes, I mean, you also know when you're at the bus stop, one of the places at the bus stop in its little itinerary of where it goes was the sand pits. They're just not too far outside of town, but outside of the Glasston proper.
Is there a clock on the wall?
In here, yeah, it's like 11 at night.
How long does it take?
You'll be able to get to the bus station to catch an 11:30 bus for sure.
Do we know which cardinal direction the sand pits would be?
North.
Can we see any of the buildings that we might recognize in the town from here to know which direction? Are we west of the town right now?
So you are about 30 minutes south of Main Street.
Maybe I'm thinking too far into things, but I just remember that one lady that we saw, she said she'll just deal with things the way she usually does, and she went west. Yeah.
I would say, yeah. I wouldn't say anything, but yes, you are correct. She did head off in a westerly direction.
Everybody that drinks a Coke's going to be infected.
Or even a Pepsi.
No, not Pepsi. They don't buy bottles.
Pepsi uses ball glass.
They're ball people.
Yeah. Actually, Pepsi products do have ball written on them. That is really funny.
I knew I liked Pepsi.
So I grab the liquid nitrogen and say, we gotta go. We gotta go rid the world of this vile creature. And I head down the steps.
I'll be following with the other canister of liquid nitrogen.
I'll be following, trying to piece the pages back together, still trying to read it.
I'm not giving him his gun back. I'm bringing it with me.
Okay, you're keeping the gun. The revolver has 5 shots left in it.
Come on, Joe. You can kill something.
What?
Yeah, we're going to need that gun of yours, Joe.
So you flee the factory and are able to avoid the minimal guard patrols here, basically to the front gate of the fenced-in perimeter of the factory. You pass by those 2 foremen at the base of the stairs, clearly drawn by the gunshot, and they just look again kind of spooked, and they see you hauling out the canisters. Clive with the revolver in his hand now, and they just kind of raise their hands as you pass by down that administrative hallway.
Stop making the glass!
Ruby, you have these pages. You got about this 30-minute walk. I imagine you're trying to shorten that as much as you can back to town, to the bus station. What are you doing with these pages, Ruby?
Just trying to remember my Latin and still trying to read them and kind of put them back in order as best I can with no tape.
You can make me another language, Latin, with a negative die.
It is not meant to be. I think I drop as I'm trying to maneuver the pages, I drop pieces. I drop 2 of them and I don't notice, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I think I know this word, but it just cuts off, and there's no other. Oh, I don't know.
Can I perceive, maybe see her drop the pages just out of?
Sure. You want to do a spot hidden or something?
A spot hidden, yeah. All right, I have a 50 spot hidden. I rolled a 40.
Okay, you are able to retrieve the page that Ruby dropped, and Ruby, you can keep messing with these things as you all make it to the station, and it seems like the main street is completely deserted. I mean, it's past 11 at night. It's nearing midnight here. Not entirely uncommon for the streets to be less populated this time of night. But it feels like ghost town. It doesn't even look like there's any lights on anywhere in any of these buildings. Coming from the south, you move straight north, all the way to the end of this road to the bus station. The bus attendant is still there, sitting. He looks like he's reading the same book. Kind of doesn't really pay anybody any attention. But there is a bus there waiting, and you see its little sign on it to dictate where it's going. It says sandpit.
Quite
Just
odd.
in time.
that it goes to the sand pit at this time of night. Regularly.
Hop on.
That's where we're going. Let's not waste any time. So I kind of like try and drag this canister up the stairs onto the bus, clanking it off of each stair.
Sorry, son, is that liquid nitrogen you're bringing onto my bus? We got a strict no liquid nitrogen over a certain
You got
gallon
any
amount.
declarables?
I'm gonna grab the book that the bus attendant is reading and slam it down on his desk. 4 tickets, now!
Fine. Okay, sure. No problem. Not gonna be so mean about it.
We're in a hurry.
Give you each a ticket.
Let's go.
And you board a deserted bus that, 10 minutes down the road, stops at the sand pit. Driver opens the doors. Here's your stop.
Don't drink any of the glass.
You can't drink glass. Don't say it like that.
Is this your last stop for the night?
It always is.
Stay here. We'll pay you if you just stay here for maybe an hour.
Here's your stop.
Okay, and I get off the bus.
You just see he's like scratching at like a shoulder.
Look, mister, are you going to wait for us or not? We need an answer.
Probably not.
Maybe if we took care of that itch, you would change your mind?
Oh, it is mighty uncomfortable.
I might just be able to help you, sir.
Somebody want to roll me a persuasion here?
I'll let
Yeah,
you
I will.
do that. Let me pour some liquid nitrogen on your arm.
Don't waste any of it.
Well, I mean,
We
what
need-
are we
we
gonna
need right
do?
back.
It doesn't cure, it just...
How long was the ride? Sorry, how
Like
far
a
we
less than
traveled?
a 10-minute drive outside of town.
Oh, so we could walk in like 30
Yeah, you
minutes.
could easily walk back for sure to Glasston.
Okay, screw them.
More just to drive the bus fast away from something.
Yeah, I'll see if I can persuade him. My persuade is 70%, and I rolled a 98.
I don't often make a habit of taking any type of, municipal information or advice from strangers. I think if you all just be on your way and get off my bus, that'll be fine.
All right, let's go.
Your loss, sir. Good day. So I will clank my cylinder off the bus one step at a time.
Okay.
Tink, tink, tink.
You exit into, at the side of the street here, basically looking out into like a sprawling sea of sand. Mounds of it for like as far as you can see, especially in the dark here, obviously at this time of night. There are clearly infected workers laboring all around this sand pit. They look like they're loading sand onto like train cars. They seem to be in various states of infection. Many of them are like those fully glass thralls that you saw at the factory. Others are more, it seemed like it's some type of like semi-turned state. None of them seem to pay any attention to you though, much again like those glass thralls in the factory.
Did he say where he saw this creature?
Not particularly, I don't think. He just said the sand pit. I don't know, I guess we wait.
Let's look around. Nobody seems to care that we're here.
No, these poor souls, I think they're too far gone to be helped.
As you step into this area here, right amidst the workers, the humming now comes back for some of you, intensifies for Clive here. As if you're getting closer to whatever the source of it is. It just begins to get louder and louder, and almost as if it's starting to form intelligible words in your mind. And the sand in the pit, it begins to shake and rumble. It's like a tear in the air, in the fabric of reality, like opens, and this elephant-sized glass being with 8 stretching tentacles, like it looks like a prism of light is refracting and reflecting off of it as the tentacles like pull itself out of this tear in nothing, like it's like seated in attached to nothing as it pulls itself into the sand. And the words in your head now fully formed: pitiful beings, I see you have managed to avoid most of my caress. No matter, it won't be long now. Welcome to the Horde. Karenarek raises his tentacles, and all of the thralls and the hybrid thralls working in the area immediately vaporize into sand, which start to funnel and swirl in little sandstorms towards Karenarek, absorbing it into his being in addition to the sand around him, inflating him in size. And the battle against Karenarek begins. Everybody can make me an insanity roll seeing this being form.
What if I'm into tentacles? Do I have advantage?
Well, if you're into it, then if you have a bout of insanity, it's going to get real naughty.
Oh my goodness.
How many hours have passed?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Do I still roll if I'm insane?
Actually, that is a good point. You being temporarily insane, you actually cannot lose more sanity. So actually, you're right, Joe. You are fine for now.
Ruby got a 6.
So my sanity's a 42. I rolled a 52, so I'm going to... Can I spend my 10 luck?
Yeah, if you want.
That's all you got? Oh, man.
No, I've got 23 left after that, but I'm spending 10 to do it.
I currently have 46 sanity. I rolled a 67. I do have enough luck.
Do it.
Yeah, I think I will.
Holy, okay.
That's so much
mean,
luck to
It's
spend.
we're at the end.
What's it worth to? I mean, like, how valuable is it to not be insane right now? I don't know.
Very.
I that's my thinking. Yeah, like it's do or die right now. So I'd rather do than die.
No, I agree.
I yell back to them. If we throw the nitrogen and then shoot it with a gun, it should spray all over him, hopefully killing him.
Okay, so everybody that succeeded in theirs, everyone succeeded sanity rolls, right? So you all take 2 points of sanity. Ruby, you've had a little bit of additional time with these pages. I will give you one last Latin roll, still with a negative modifier because it's in pieces.
Come on. Oh, my Latin is a 40 and I got a 36.
Okay, well done. So you've taken like upwards of an hour here fumbling with these pages now, and it's clearly paid off.
Eighth time's the charm.
Yeah, exactly. What Mr. Winters has provided you with out of this Ancient Daemons and Spiritual World book is a spell called Eldritch Freezing. So its casting time is instantaneous. It is described as a powerful ice spell causing injury and temporary paralysis to a target. The caster invests as many magic points as desired, and that same number in sanity points. For the spell to take effect, the caster must succeed in an opposed power roll with the target. If successful, the target is subjected to a blast of freezing dark energy, which causes flesh to freeze and appendages to fall off. The target loses 1 hit point per magic point invested in the spell, and the target's move is reduced to 0 until the end of its next turn. So you have 12 magic points total, correct?
10. That's what MP is, right? My sheet says 10.
So you could contribute up to a maximum of 10 magic points, but also you would lose 10 sanity.
I have some magic points, and I'm already insane.
You cannot read Latin. You cannot read the spell.
Oh.
Only Ruby has deciphered this spell, unfortunately.
Just recite it to me real quick.
We can't pool our magic points together.
No, you cannot.
Can I teach them the spell as I say it?
Good question. I guess because basically you've translated this Latin spell into English. So let's see, what spell? Someone would have to give me a check. I would make it a check of some kind. So, okay, so let's say Joe could use, I'll let Joe use library use. And Barnaby, you seem to have a language of English.
And Greek.
Well, I would let you use the English because it's been translated to English. So you're getting like this secondhand translated instructions. So yes, I will. Ruby, you've let's say you've deciphered this upon the bus, right? Just before getting off the bus. You can try to impart this knowledge to everybody. So why don't each of you give me your respective checks that I outlined for you? And if you pass, you will all be able to cast Eldritch Freezing.
What did you say Clive's was?
You can use a listen.
I rolled an 11, which is in the critical success or whatever it is, the 5th.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So that's an extreme success.
Extreme success, yeah.
I rolled 17.
I succeeded.
Okay. So, yes, Ruby has now taught Eldritch Freezing to all of you. So you all have the capability of casting Eldritch Freezing. Now, again, there's nothing that you're going to be able to get around to spending those sanity points. So keep that in mind. That's the downside of using the spell. But yes, Ruby has now enabled everybody with this spell, as Koreneric has now absorbed and risen up. I already have your dexterity ordering here, so we'll just keep with that. Koreneric's dexterity is also 50. And Barnaby's brawl is better than Koreneric's brawl. So
Yay! We all get to go first then.
K will be at the bottom of the order, yeah. All right. Starting with Joe. What you doing?
Pew pew! I'll shoot. And that uses my brawl, right?
You know, you have to roll a firearms with a negative die because you don't have the skill.
97.
Okay, unfortunately,
I'm
a
insane,
miss.
so it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, you're just yeehaw shooting into the air.
I shoot right straight up while I'm like, it's an accident. Aww! Desk pop.
Clive, you're up.
All right. I mean, I think it makes sense to try and cast this spell. Because it freezes, they like lose their turn, right? They can't move?
They lose their movement, yes.
Okay. You know what? Maybe I'll keep that in my pocket, and I'll try and use the tools that I have first. So how heavy is this cylinder of liquid nitrogen? Like, could I throw it?
Yeah, it's maybe like 20 pounds max.
Okay. I would like to take the lid off and sort of like with one hand on the bottom of the cylinder and the other hand like halfway up. I want to try and heave it towards Koreneric in the hopes that, you know, it's going to be heading right towards Koreneric with the lid off, and maybe it doesn't end over end or whatever, and like is going to be spewing liquid nitrogen onto Koreneric.
Yeah, just give me a straight up brawl then as you're tossing this thing.
What about, would you allow me to use sleight of hand?
Okay, sure.
Okay, it's a 30 instead of a 25. So, it was close, 96.
I had a feeling.
You couldn't get the lid off.
As you heave this canister, it just kind of sails wide past Koreneric, about 20 feet off to his right. Ruby.
So I have 10 magic points. If I use all 10 magic points to do the spell, I'll lose 10 sanity points. Is my wad shot then? Like I cannot cast a spell again?
Yeah, once you're out of magic points, you have no more to spend.
I will use all 10. I'm gonna go big and then go home. So
I don't think we're going home, but
So you
Just
make a contested power roll. Now I will tell you that Koreneric's power is 100.
oh,
So it's going to come down to level of success to be able to outmatch his power roll.
okay.
Oof.
And I rolled a 66, which is a normal success. It's not even less. That's not even half of his power roll.
I rolled a 33 and my power is 50.
Okay, so that's still a normal success.
You got 13 luck?
I do. If I spend luck, does that...
Can you, if you can make it a hard success, then yeah, you will beat him.
So for a hard success, it would have to be what?
Whatever your 50% value is, I believe, right?
So it would have to be 25. 8 points of luck. I can do that.
Now you can also, you technically can push this roll as well. Somehow. If you can make the case for it.
I'm going to spend the luck because I really don't think I'm going to roll better.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, then yes, using your luck, you succeed, and this blast of dark ice shards just erupt from your hands just peppering into Kareneric. You all hear it screeching inside of your heads. And so you invested all of your magic points, yes?
I did.
Okay, so Kay takes 10 damage. That was a very good hit. As this freezing shards, this spell hits into the side of Kay. You see one of his tentacles just completely frozen up, and as you continue to blast out this cold, the additional impact of ice shards just completely shatters its appendage here, and completely immobilizes Kay for the round. Well done.
Well done indeed.
Barnaby.
So, if he's immobilized, does that give me advantage on doing the same thing?
No. It just means you could back up away from him and he couldn't get to you, right, on his turn.
Well, I mean, again, I think we just throw everything at him we can. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use all 10 magic points. See if I can do this. Okay, I got a 23, and my power's 50.
A hard success. I only rolled an 81, which is a normal success. Ooh. Oh my goodness.
All right.
So another 10 damage, and another 2 of his tentacles shatter off as he just screeches again. Well done.
That's it for magic points, though.
Okay, and that was everybody, right? Barnaby was at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, Kay is next. With 5 of his remaining 8 tentacles unable to move, he does get to make 2 attacks. I assume everybody's keeping their distance, especially mobilizing him. It makes sense that you would. So you're outside of tentacle range, but he does get to do something else that's special. Let's see what he does. Targeting the last person to damage him, Barnaby, you are taken under Kareneric's like full gaze. Like nothing physical happens. It's all in your mind as like your sight and you know he's pulling up bad memories, right? You getting forced into the ministry and like, but all of those as you were recalling them, it's like they're being fractured and just like splintered off like a broken mirror in your own mind. We do another opposed power roll here. Normal success, 51.
Yeah, I got an 89.
Okay. So you don't take any damage, but you do take 5d4 sanity.
Woo.
14 sanity points.
So, okay. I'm still good.
And you are, that is, well, 5 or more, obviously. You are racked with this refracted vision. You had to make me an intelligence roll, please, to avoid the temporary insanity.
39. I have a 50.
Okay, so unfortunately you passed, meaning you know exactly what you were experiencing. You know that what you're seeing in your mind, while obviously the memories are for something real, but you know you're being affected. And it's like as those shatters of your memory are forming in your mind, like pieces are being stripped away, and you are losing those thoughts and those memories, and you're losing, and it dawns on you that yeah, they're painful memories you're losing, but you are literally losing what has made you the person you are today. It is being stripped away from you. You enter a bout of temporary insanity, much like Joe has.
I sort of just grab my head, just stagger back a few feet, and fall to my knees. Grab one, rub on my temples, and screaming, "No! Oh, make it stop!"
Joe, you're next.
Since I suck at my gun, I guess I'll try my best to do the spell thing at it. Could I potentially use a lot of sanity points since I'm insane for a while still?
Well, you can only, you spend an equal number, so you're maxed by whatever is lowest, which in this case would be magic points. So you're maxed at 12. But you can put all 12 into it, so you will spend all 12 magic points and 12 sanity, and you have to make a contested power roll. Well, I will tell you that Kay got a 60, which is a normal success, so you need a hard success or better to hit him.
Which is 30 or below.
For you, yes, yep.
41, but I got lots of luck, yeah.
Okay, can you spend 11 luck?
Yeah, I got 76, so minus 11.
Wow.
Make it work.
This, again, another blast, a round of freezing blast against Kay, and one more tentacle shattered off, a second shatters to the ground. Kay begins to just pull himself further away from you into the sand, but he's immobilized. He can't go anywhere. He's just lashing out ineffectively at the sand as this last bit of Joe's spell ends. These last flings and flays of ice shatter Kay into millions of refracted and reflecting pieces, and you destroy this eldritch being.
Yay!
Dang
way.
right there, Boiler.
Does the sanity, do we get our bearings about us again now that he's dead?
We stop itching and turning
I
into
wanted to
glass?
shoot him and have him explode when my bullet hit him.
So the insanity and the horrors that you've seen and been inflicted with persist, but that humming is gone, the itching immediately gone, your anybody with the rash starts to clear up. You feel healthy other than the beatings and the visions that you've been racked with. You see amidst the sand, the sparkling little bits and pieces of Kay seem to just melt away and disintegrate. Leaving no sparkling trace, just the normal piles of white yellow sand in this sand pit.
What about the thrall that were? Oh no, they already got sucked up into K, right?
Yes, unfortunately the people that were absorbed, no sign of them. They don't return. It seems that they are lost forever.
And all the unbreakable glass shatters everywhere at the same time.
That's echoing across America. You hear shattering of TWJ code glass.
Mid sip of Coke.
Leaving only ball glass.
Praise be to God, we've done it! We've done it! And I go over and grab Clive by the shoulders and shake him. We've done it! We've killed the abomination!
I can't believe it.
Me either.
Is it really over?
I feel better.
We should go back to the town and check on everybody.
Yes, the ringing seems to have just melted away. Let's make haste and return to the town and see what has become of it.
And when you get to town, you can, get to Dr. Sullivan, and you see that for everybody here in the town, this glass plague that they've been inflicted with has disappeared, is essentially eradicated after Kay's death. Those people that act more erratically, especially the sheriff, you learn that the sheriff, her eye, she was wearing an eye patch to cover up a glass section of eye and orbital socket that had been affected by this plague. Another person that was treated by Winters with the liquid nitrogen to be used as a pawn for Kay to maintain order within the town and keep its secrets condensed to the limits of Glasston. Her demeanor instantly becomes more affable, still clearly stern. She runs the town kind of thing, looks after the town, but any of those people that were aggressive towards you, obviously that was a symptom of this plague as well. Whether or not Joe wants to live here with Dr. Sullivan, or Barnaby moves on to Glasston, Illinois, where he actually takes up a pastoring position. Clive are obviously successful in taking down the rival of Balco, and Ruby contributing to solving this plague, perhaps to go study, I guess, through basically text, but keep a record with Dr. Sullivan about its effects, perhaps. In the following months, the word of what has happened here gets out, or less an explanation of what went on, but more of a blame placed upon Winters himself, and what was once thought to be a brilliant CEO of TWJ Co. Has been pushed into the light and blamed for mistreating workers and blamed for Timothy McBride's death. The citizens of Glasston soon realized they want nothing to do with this town, and like Kay, this town does die. The factory closing down, jobs drying up, just an uninhabitable ghost town now is what Glasston becomes.
It's a sad note to end it on.
Yeah, what the
But the
heck?
bus still goes to the sand pit every night.
Every Sunday at 11:30, that bus leaves for the sand pit.
On the bright side, Clive's investments in ball glass have basically gone to the moon.
Skyrocket.
Yes, well,
You're rich.
years later, after more of the story comes out, Clive is arrested for insider trading and thrown into a very cushy but white-collar prison for about a decade or so.
That
Oh,
tracks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well done, everybody. We did it.
Yay!
Good job.
Good job.
I didn't hit anything with my gun on purpose.
I don't even know why you have it if you don't even have the firearm skill.
Why would you not give me the fire? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it does seem like this adventure, it's like, okay, one person can do the Latin thing, one person can do the, like, there's sort of someone qualified.
I think that's similar to any other type of role playing game. Every player or character will have a kind of a area of expertise, right? Which it was interesting running this system. The insanity, I find a lot of the insanity stuff seems to me like is going to be most impactful and most fun to use in something outside of just a one shot, right? Like there's kind of stages to the insanity which we didn't touch upon because it's more like longer lasting effects of having these bouts of madness. Like with the temporary insanity, like I'm as the keeper able to go in and basically add or change something to a character's backstory, which would could influence how they're role played and that kind of stuff. And obviously that's going to have much longer lasting effects. Like there's tables like I could have given you I could have rolled and given you a phobia. I was looking at one of them. One of the phobias is the fear of church, which I thought would have been really fun.
Fitting, wouldn't it?
I give that to Barnaby. Barnaby is now scared of churches.
That's great.
But that has been Refractions of Glasston. Very happy to finally be finished. It has taken us a long time to get through these plays, just from scheduling. But it was a lot of fun. This was cool. I like the system. It's fun.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Something different, but not like in crazy rules heavy.
Yeah.
Right.
It fits in with our role playing well.
Well, we hope you haven't lost too much of your sanity points listening to us play through this adventure. Thank you all for listening as usual, and we hope you enjoyed.
Happy adventure.
Happy adventuring!
Good job,
Happy
Leyland.
adventuring.
This has been a Sounds of Steel production.